In this video, I'm going to be sharing with you 3 hidden manifestation processes they don't want you to know about. These are going to be things that are used in a way against us without even knowing it, but we're going to learn how to use it for ourselves. Welcome back to another video. My name is Aaron, and I help people expand their consciousness. Now, in this video, I'm going to be sharing with you 3 hidden manifestation processes, some of which you may have heard of before, many of which aren't necessarily very much talked about. Some of them are a little more esoteric, but nonetheless, they've changed my life, what I've learned about it. When I first went through my spiritual awakening and I started learning about the law of attraction, I was completely blown away that we didn't understand it. That we weren't taught this in school, how our thoughts create our reality and how it affects us. But then I slowly but surely started to realize that there's a reason for that. Because if many people don't know how to create their own reality, guess what? It's very easy to put them inside a little box. And it's very easy to then kind of manipulate different events in the world that have people stay in a state of fear where they don't create their own reality. And once I became aware of that, I then realized that there are some people and some organizations that know this and that may not be using it in the most integral way. Now, I say this, I don't mean for us to get some type of negative belief about it and to go out there and be very angry and do something. I'm not saying to start a revolution in that way. What I am saying is once we are aware of some of these, we can then see how we can use it to better ourselves or to better our own world. Now, the first manifestation process that is something that we may not know about, but nonetheless is used in reality, is understanding attention and how anything we focus on, we send energy to. So energy equals focus, and focus equals energy. Whatever we focus on, we add energy to. There are people that know this, and there are people that use this because when you have many people buying into a system of having to watch the news and the political system and all of these things, it then increases that reality. It then also keeps many people distracted because many people get triggered, and whether you're on this side or this side, you're still taking a side, and it keeps people's energies invested in the illusion. So instead of being focused on creating your own reality, you're like, whoa, can you believe he said this? Oh my goodness. Oh, he did say that. Wow. And it's like this drama. And a drama takes our attention. And that's what's happening in the political system. That's what's happening in the world in many different ways. But one of the things that happens as you start to raise your level of consciousness and you start to stay focused on your own vision is you begin to develop more boundaries with your attention. More boundaries, where then the only thing that really fuels you is you being focused on your own vision, for example. You see, that's what changes so much, is when you take control of your own attention, because your attention right now is going and being consumed, or you are consuming different things that you are adding energy to. And it's a distraction. So that's something that is in a way used against us, because the irony of this whole process of these people that have all these powers, that they don't really have the power. The only thing they have is they've been using our own power to facilitate that energy to a reality that may not really matter. Political system, some of the things that we're going through, it's just a charade. It's just like a drama that keeps people's attention and energy glued to it, and then it drains them of their energy. And the thing is if you don't have your own vision, if you don't have your own boundaries towards what you're moving towards, then most likely you're going to fit wherever else people try to put you. And many people have been programmed to just focus on that of the things that don't really serve us in reality. Been programmed to get triggered when different things happening. I'll tell you right now that success and manifestation, when you put your vision and your focus on it, that's when things really begin to happen. When I was making videos on YouTube and I started doing that, I started making that, I was consuming so much of learning that. How can I get better at being on camera? What kind of ideas can I share with the world that can help people? How can I do to become a better editor? All these different things. I was focused so much on that vision. And because that vision fueled me, it was so effortless. But if I would have done that a little bit, but then got sucked into something else, then that wouldn't have gained that much momentum. But when you start to develop a vision for your own focus, for what you want to create in your life, and you start putting your attention towards that, you'll find that you gain very, 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 very powerful momentum. Because that's how powerful you are. It's just that in the past, your energy may have been consumed by reality television, the news, the media, things people tell you you must do. But when you take your energy back and your attention back, because your attention's been used against you, that's where it becomes very powerful. I don't watch the news. I don't watch horror movies. There's a lot of things I don't do because I know that it will drain my energy, or it's not towards the vision of what I want to experience in my life. So attention and creating boundaries with your attention is considered a process. Have a vision for what you want to experience. Have a vision for that version of you. Start to be that version of you, and have boundaries of your vision, have boundaries of what you're doing, and anything that's not serving you, get in that direction of that vision, just begin to let go of it. Begin to see how it's not serving you. So that's the first thing that I believe many people know about, but when I say many people, I mean certain people know about this, and it's been used in a way, in negative ways, but we can use it in a positive way by having a strong vision towards what we want to experience in our life. Now, the second manifestation process that I believe is known about at different levels, but we don't necessarily practice it so much, has to do, I'm going to show you this chart real quick, so I'm going to take this thing off. By the way, you want me to show you? Like this video if you'd like me to show you the view in more of these videos, because a lot of times I have a really cool view, but for some reason I keep forgetting to show. So let me show you. This is the view. Look at that. Look at that over there. See that? Let's see. There you go. That's the beach right there in Tamarindo in Costa Rica. And this is the Airbnb right here. So let me show you what I'm going to. So what I want to show you real quick is this chart. And the second manifestation process that I found that has really changed my life in many powerful ways is understanding identity shifting. Identity shifting. Now, every probable version of you already exists. There's a version of you that's killing the game, doing what you love, doing the perfect relationship, doing what you love for a living. That version of you already exists. Now, what happens is when you simply decide that this is who you are now, that version is who you are, you begin to take on and perceive of a completely different reality. Now, let me show you why. This right here is what I call, or this is called maybe it's called the Robert Dilts model, logical levels of change. So environment, these are the different levels of change. As you move up, these have more of an impact on our consciousness. They has more power towards us changing who we are. Now you have environment. You change your environment, you'll change your life. You change your behaviors, that's even more powerful, because sometimes you can go from environment to environment, but bring yourself and your patterns with you. But if you change your behaviors, that's even more powerful. Then if you change your skills and your capabilities, maybe you learn a new skill towards what you want to be passionate about, that changes even more than behaviors. And beliefs are even more powerful. Change your beliefs about reality. Change your beliefs about who you are. But then at the top you have identity. When you change your identity, that's where things really begin to change in your life. And understand, every reality you can imagine already exists. So there's this version of you right now, and your reality is equal to the way that you are being, your identity, the way you see yourself. If you think, oh, I'm only capable of making $50,000 per year, that's a part of my identity, it's on subconscious maybe, then that'll be a reality you experience. And the same thing, you could simply decide that you are the version of you prefer to be now, and then you will begin to experience that reality. Oh, blurry. There you go. You will experience that reality in your life. Now, the thing is you can decide who you are right now by knowing you don't have to create your own reality. The reality that you can imagine, where you're doing exactly what you love, already exists. You don't have to create it. All you have to do is mirror that version of you, that identity. So that's what I did. I became a full-time YouTuber by just knowing you give yourself permission to be a full-time YouTuber. And the way you drop your old story as well. We all have a story about who we are, how we show up in the world. And when you change your story, you change your life. And the identity shifting process is about becoming aware of your current identity, maybe the one that's been on autopilot, and then simply deciding that you're going to mirror the thoughts, the behaviors, the actions. You can even use this whole model. What you can do is imagine that version of you, the way that version of you would think, right? Imagine the beliefs of that version of you, the skills and capabilities of that version of you, and then go learn those skills and capabilities, the behaviors of that version of you. Make it a must that those are your behaviors. The environment of that version of you, try to get into that environment. Find people that also have that identity, and this will change your life in very profound ways. Now, that's what I did, behaviors. I started making videos every single day because the full-time YouTuber Aaron was making videos every day. I simply started to mirror that reality, and by doing so, that changed everything. So when it comes to identity, that's why it can be so powerful to almost have as well like a name for this new version of you. You ever notice like people like Eckhart Tolle? He changed his name. His name was like some German name. It was like Monsieur or something. And it changed. I think that the vibration of that name change also changed the way that he saw himself, you know. So in general, one of the most powerful ways to shift your identity, by the way, is can be meditation. And one of my meditations, it's one of my most popular meditations, it has to do with shifting to a parallel reality, because what that allows you to do is to instantly create that shift in identity. It's one of my most powerful meditations. It's completely free. Read the comments on this YouTube video to see what is possible. I've had some of the most profound like testimonials from people from this video, and you can see it all in the comment section. There's hundreds of comments of people that have shifted their reality, that have live in a completely new reality now, that are from that meditation. And it's because you then shift your identity, your old story. It really wires it in as well, that was an old version of you before you listen to the meditation. And it's extraordinarily powerful, and I think it'll change your life if you listen to it for 21 days, commit to it for 21 days. I'll go and link up below. It's the parallel reality shifting meditation, one of the most powerful ones, popular ones as well. And that will help you to wire this in. And the story you tell yourself, you can let go of the old story and simply decide who you are now. Now, the third and the final, is this thing clicking in or what? There we go. The third and the final manifestation process I want to share with you is actually a more esoteric one. And it's one that I believe has been around for a long time, but it has to do with understanding something that is called a slide. This actually comes from a process called reality transurfing. Now, a slide is in a way imagining and knowing that every possible reality already exists that we can imagine. Now, the slide technique is where what you do is you imagine one frame of reality, okay? One frame of reality, and what you do is you imagine, you do this every day for maybe 5 or 10 minutes a day. I do it in the morning and at night during my meditation. You imagine the version of you that's living the ideal reality that you want. And then what you do is you imagine a scenario, something that would really solidify that reality to you. So for me, for example, my slide, and this is really my slide, is traveling the world, speaking and helping people to transform their lives. Now, the slide is, I'm in front of a crowd of people. I am sharing ideas. I can see what people look like, the expression on their faces. I see how people are responding. I can feel the temperature in the room. I can feel the lights on the stage. I can feel and sense the energy. I can imagine the kind of clothes I'm wearing as I look down. You see, now here's the key to this process. You want to feel as if you are there, and this slide is a representation. It acts as a vibrational representation of that reality. Now the key to this though is seeing it through the eyes of that version of you. Not like I'm looking at myself on stage and I'm seeing what I'm doing. I'm imagining it through my own eyes. This is what a slide is. And when you do this and you focus on the vibration of it for 5 or 10 minutes a day, you begin to pull in similar opportunities, similar experiences from that reality which already exists, and you then begin to vibrationally resonate with it in a very powerful way. So this is what I use in my own life. This is called the slide. I actually call it the frame technique sometimes, because it's like one frame of reality that you're seeing. You know, remember those back when you're younger, or maybe this is like a 90s thing. I'm a 90s kid. So when you have these like things and you click it like this and it has like a certain image, Well, every time you click, it's like a different image. And sometimes you'd see yourself, it would like be a picture of like being somewhere else, or like you'd be in the jungle one second and then you'd be somewhere else the next second, or Paris or something. Well, that idea, imagine that there's a frame of your ideal reality, and that your ideal reality, then you're able to see into it. Now, once again, the parallel reality shifting meditation will help you to wire in this thought. And actually, you know, another meditation that would be so powerful for this is I do my slide technique as I'm falling asleep at night, because that's when you can powerfully reprogram the subconscious mind. When you're going to bed at night, you're drifting into a theta state. Theta state is where the subconscious mind dwells, and when you do that, you leave an impression that's very powerful. So the most powerful meditation to listen to before you go to bed at night, I recently put out, and it's something that I think is very powerful. And you'll see, once again, just read the comments to see what's possible for you, and listen to this one every single night. I guide you through exactly what you can do as you're drifting off to sleep to reprogram yourself, and it helps you get really relaxed to wake up knowing that that's who you are now. So it's a powerful meditation that you can, I'll link that below as well. And these meditation is a powerful way to hack your own reality. And it's one that really gives yourself, it helps you to get into that vibrational state as well. So remember that for you to really shift your reality, focus on your awareness of your attention. Where is your attention? Start to put your attention in the direction that you want, not the direction that's been facilitated or in a way like positioned by other people. And as you develop your own vision and your own gravity, you'll notice that you gravitate towards different opportunities. You start to be in a higher vibrational state. Secondly, start to understand that the identity shifting part, that version of you already exists. Simply use meditation and know that that's who you are now. That meditation will be below. Read the comments as well, because that wires in the belief that it can work for you as well. And then thirdly, for this process, know that it's really about you becoming aware of the visualization you have and using the slide technique, which I believe will change your life. It'll allow you to download in a way that vibration into your reality, and before you know it, you will be that version of you. So with that being said, if you like this video, if you want me to be sharing more manifestation processes, smash that like button. Let me know. You know you wanna. Just smash it. Just smash it. Okay, anyways. I know I had a lot of enthusiasm there. However, thank you for watching this video, and I will see you on the next one, okay? Peace, much love, namaste. Thank you.